Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. This is Top Deck King. Today we are playing a gold farming deck for the standard event. It is Izzet Turns with some slight modifications just due to the fact that I believe from my last video from playing the Boros Dragons deck, I saw a lot more aggro than I did see at control decks. So I did alter the deck a little bit to fit the format in a sense to make it more better against aggro decks. So let's go ahead and get into that real quickly. I'm running 4 Fading Hopes. Obviously, this card's great. It scries you early game. It's a 1-mana bounce spell. Very solid card. Gives you enough time to start playing some Outrun's Epiphanies. I got 4 Cathartic Priories. This card's also really good. I like it, and that's why I'm running 4 copies. Because 1 against creature-based decks, it does 3 damage, destroys the creature. Against control decks, we could use the secondary effect and start discarding like our Cinderclasms or Fading Hopes, other copies of Cathartic. Maybe you want to discard Burn Down the House, stuff like that. So both modes are relevant against the meta, and that's why I'm running 4 copies here. 2 Cinderclasms. This is here against the white decks, primarily against White Snow, because they're always casting or have cards. Most of their cards have 1 toughness, unless obviously they hit Luminarch Aspirant and start putting counters on their creatures. But in the general sense, most of their creatures have 1 toughness. Even if it has 2 toughness, we can still kill everything at instant speed. So I like 2 copies of that. And then counterspell wise, I have 3 Jwari Disruptions, 2 Tested Talents, 4 Divide by Zeros. Jwari, worst case scenario, it plays as a land. Best case scenario, you take your opponent off a card on the curve. So very solid card. I like it. I don't like it as a 4. You can obviously play it as 4, but I rather have Shadow Skull Smashings, a few of those instead. Tested Talents, obviously, this is mainly against control, primarily and only against control, really, because there's nothing else against the White Snow deck and the, the Green Snow deck. There's nothing really to counter with this. So it's in here for the mirror match against maybe blue-white control, maybe blue-black control, other mono black snow controls. But then if we're playing against like a creature-based deck, we can use Cathartic to discard it if it comes to that situation. 3 expressive variations. This is our card advantage engine early in the game. It allows us to basically get 2 cards because we put 1 to our hand, 1 to the bottom, and then we always usually exile a land so that way we could play the land for the turn. 2 galvanic iterations. So something with this, I know most people will just use it to copy Outrun's Epiphany, but you should also use it with other cards. Like I've used it when I was playing on the ladder. I've used it with Cinderclasm, do 4 damage to all creatures. I've used it with Expressive Iteration. I've used it with Divide by Zero. I've used it with Burn Down the House, even Mascot from my Lesson Learned package, just to generate. You don't always need to use it with Outrun's Epiphany, but be careful. Do not use it with Memory because Memory has that clause where it says wherever X mana was spent, look at those cards. Since we're copying it, no mana is being spent, so you will not get the effect. So use it on other things, don't use it on Memory. 4 Divided by Zero is best of 1 deck. One of the better cards for blue, if not one of the best blue counter spells in best of 1. Grabs you a card, pseudo counter spell for the turn, gets you some advantage. 2 Prismari commands. This is here for Chariot. This is here for the aggro decks. Do 2 damage. Draw, discard 2, create the treasure. But I mainly use it for the draw 2 and create a treasure, so it helps me ramp, helps me loot through some cards out of my deck. You know, like I said, if we're playing against control, we don't want these in our hand, so draw and discard these. If we're playing against aggro, discard this. So it helps you do that, as well as the pseudo effect. Those are the 2 main effects I use. Draw 2, discard 2, and create a treasure. The other 2 effects I do use also, but not as much as the other ones. Obviously, 2 damage against aggro decks, very solid. And destroying an artifact is very good, especially if someone puts the artifact Redain against you, because now you're burn down the houses, the Outrun tokens don't do any damage. You could kill Chariot with this, stuff like that. 3 memories, I like it at, you could run 4, but I think 3 is solid enough. Remember, there's still a 4 mana card and then 7 at the back end. So still a very good card. So don't be flooding your deck with too many. I think 3 is a solid number where you'll draw it pretty much all the time and it still won't get in your way too often. Obviously, and then here's our board wipes, win cons. Burn down the house can be a win con because it could create 3/1/1s, but that's most of the time we're using it to do the 5 damage to the board against all these aggro decks. They usually do not get creatures above 5 toughness, so very good. And then obviously Outrun's Epiphany is the win condition, so we're definitely running 4 of those. Nothing special about the lesson learned package. I have 2 teachings since we kind of use up our hand very often. We have a lot of cards that just play. So teaching could kind of reset and draw some cards for us. One start from scratch, I could deal with like the Redain artifact, maybe a Chariot I need to get rid of. Maybe what is it, the Celestis artifact. So there's that. This is kind of also another way to, if we have a bunch of these kind of cards in our hands, we can use this, get it from the lesson or from sideboard, use it, discard those, maybe even create a 3/2. But other than that, everything looks pretty solid as far as a lesson learned package. So don't forget to check the description. There's the portable deck list in there, as well as my social media. Like I said, check it out, Discord, all that good stuff, Twitter, Twitch. Hopefully, by the time you guys are done watching this video, I'll go ahead and get a subscribe from you guys, thumbs up on the video, drop some comments down below, hit that notification bell. It is going to be amazing if you hit that notification bell. I post videos all the time. You'll get some nice videos up here. We get both gold farming videos as well as videos that I play on the ladder. Like I said, I am currently mythic. Save and exit. Currently mythic 900 in the top 900. So feel free to hit that subscribe and thumbs up and notification button. But thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys on the next video. Or actually, not thanks for watching. Stick around for the gameplay. And yeah, thanks for watching the intro. Let's get into the gameplay.
I was playing some Arena. Yeah, I played Paper Magic back in Return to Ravnica when I started Magic. That's a long time. Nice. Are you free to play also? I was in the beginning, not so much now that I'm creating content, like I'm posting, videos and all that stuff. I was prior to that, but then when I made my YouTube channel this past year, I am no longer free to play. I think I let that resolve. Like a Fading Hope bit, but I don't see why, because I could just kill it with Cathartic. So I think we just let that resolve, because then I could just kill it with Cathartic. And then I can use maybe Command on some. So go ahead and let's try to kill it now. Does he have a protection spell? Oh no! He has Deadly Dispute. What? Nicely done, opponent. Alright, that works. How was your experience as free to play and without? I mean, paying to buy packs and stuff definitely gets you all the stuff faster, and it feels so much it feels better in the sense that you get to do it quicker. You know what I mean? But the satisfaction, how many cards do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. That would be 7. Play that. But the satisfaction of playing the stuff or getting all the stuff for free is definitely much nicer. Definitely much nicer. Teachings. This guy called teachings. So what if I just kill your guy and then what do? You called my teachings, eh? So this is whenever I play the card, they lose and draw a card. Yeah, that's right. I could do that, but I don't think I care for that. I think I'm just gonna do 2 damage, create a treasure. 2 damage, create a treasure. You may go, opponent. We're still at 20. Yeah, pain prevents the grind. But like I said, the satisfaction of getting there on free to play is so much better. So much better. When I was free to play and I was hitting, diamond, platinum, because in the beginning I wasn't playing that much, so I was hitting like diamond or platinum or something like that. It felt so much better for me than when I hit like mythic or something, because it's not doing much for me in that sense. Play teachings, draw some cards. I guess it doesn't hurt to do that. Maybe I bottom this so that way he can't take it out of my hand. And then we got an Alrund's Epiphany next turn. So he's gonna call my thing, but good thing I have burned down the house for that. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if he has a Deadly Dispute, technically I can negate the Deadly Dispute. Fading Hope. Why not call Alrund's Epiphany? Since you know I have Alrund's Epiphany. That is quite interesting, my opponent. Quite interesting. I think I just burned the house down. I think he has a Deadly Dispute, it looks like. So I guess we're playing negate against it, so he doesn't draw cards. So counter that. They don't draw cards. They're down to 4 cards. We have an Alrund's, we have Memory Deluge, we have Fading Hope. We're at 17 life. We're definitely in a good position. Definitely in a good, and on top of that, we have 2 Alrund's Epiphanies here. Oh no, that's a bad card against us. It prevents the tokens from doing anything. So I need to draw Divide by 0. Because I don't think there's anything. I do have Start from Scratch. Never mind. Let's say I don't think I have anything against it, but I have Start from Scratch. Scratch that. We have Start from Scratch. I think we grab land and Cathartic, because Cathartic could be used to draw and discard. 3, 6, 7. So we'll draw 2, discard. We're going to discard these, so that way they have no information on my hand. There's Galvanic. So 3. There's no point of playing Galvanic, because my tokens don't do any damage. So I'm not going to even bother playing it. Sure, that's fine. Whenever non-token control dies. And then it says whenever you or another permanent control becomes the target of a spell or ability, permanent controls counter it. Okay. Unless they pay 1. We can also get that to destroy the artifact. I think we take that and Auron's Epiphany. Sure. Sure. Let's see. Draw. Expressive Iteration. We're at 14. We're nowhere near dying, so let's play Expressive Iteration. We're definitely going to grab Divide by 0 to hand. Put this face down. Play that as my land drop. So play that as my land drop. Put that face down. And then you're up, opponent. So we're going to take the damage here. And then we're going to play Prismari Command to destroy this at end step. And then we can also use Fading Hope against this if we want. And then we should be able to be fine. All right. So create a treasure, destroy artifact. So create a treasure, destroy an artifact. Now my Elrond tokens can wreak havoc. And then we'll Fading Hope this back to their hand. And then, play Galvanic. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Good game. Good game, friend. Giga Larva. Giga Larva. I get to go play first. We got lands, removal, and counter spells. We keep. We got lands, removal, counter spells. We keep. Turn 1, turn 2, hold that up. Turn 3, play that, play those, play. We got a lot of stuff we could do here, so we keep. They took a mulligan. They took El Mulligan. If they're playing white, we're going to probably put this on red so we could Cinderclasm. If they're not playing white, we'll put it on blue. Well, now it doesn't really matter because we drew a red anyways, so we're definitely putting that on blue. Golgari Snow. Guess we could just use that to kill it. Let's just kill Cobra with Cinderclasm. So put that on blue, and you're up, opponent. That on blue. Golgari Snow. 2, 4, 6 cards in hand. Never mind. It is a Sultai. It's Sultai. So draw this card. See if this resolves. Okay. I'm assuming they're a ramp deck, so I'm gonna discard that. I don't want to discard land, but I may draw into a land sooner. Because every other card I kind of want to keep. I don't think I discard any of the other cards. So put that on red. And then we'll pass turn to you, my friend. Let's see what happens. Now I will give you access to my organization so you can easier create events to community because you need special accounts on Melee to host events. Ah, I did not know that. Interesting. I guess that makes sense because otherwise anyone could make an account and make an event and then it could be weird or they could be scamming someone, stuff like that. Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's play. That's a good draw. Expressive Iteration. If they have a counter well, all right. So we take that to hand. We bottom that, and then we play that as my land drop. And if they play anything, we have both technic. So I didn't pay the life here, even though I technically could, since it looks like they're just a control deck. But since I have 4 mana, I can use negate and Jwardy. Oh. Okay, so opponent is playing the randomness, huh? This is what, 4-color snow? White, blue, green, black? 4-color snow, or what's going on here, buddy? So they got 5 cards in hand. Let's see, that would be 5. Draw, that'd be 6. Play that. Let's grab teachings then, because we can cast teachings here. So we play this as a land drop. Then if I play the teachings, I'll have 4 to his 5. If you play something, we can negate it, so we still technically have the mana or the ability to do it. All right, you're up, opponent. You are up, my friend. Another one bites the dust. I don't know if I wanted to counter it there, because I don't know if it's worth countering there is a problem. Since they're a 5-color snow deck. They're a 5-color snow deck. So are they playing the, what's it called? The bridge? I think it's called the bridge, right? So they're playing the bridge, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're playing 5 colors. Wow. All right. I guess you are up, opponent. I have no idea what's happening though. 5-color control. As Warden Haste. It says target has haste and ward 10 if it was casted. They have 1 mana, huh? So divided by 0, I guess. Let's grab 1, 2, 1, 2, kill that. Then they have 1, this have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm thinking environmental so I could guarantee my land drop. Thins my deck out. So I'm gonna play Galvanic here to destroy this. So play Galvanic. And then I'm gonna do 3 damage. 3 damage. Kill this off. There's right after we use Galvanic, there's Alrund's Epiphany. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 mana, so I can't do it. So 1, 2. Let's grab Environmental Science. Play this. I have access to 7 mana. So I can put this face down. And then you're up, opponent. Right afterwards, we draw Alrund's Epiphany. Ha ha! Hardy har har. My opponent has what? My opponent has a very interesting deck. Very interesting deck. I have yet to see a 5-color snow deck. Yet to see a 5-color snow deck. Take one, I guess. I don't even know if I can play anything here, right? Let's see. I have 10, 11 mana. So 3, 6. That's 9. I need 12 total mana to do what I want to do. In case they have a counter spell. I guess even if they have a counter spell, I still get to Alrund's Epiphany regardless. So let's take 2 turns. Because even if they countered Galvanic, I still get Alrund's Epiphany. So, because they only have 1 blue. So either way, we're probably just doing that. And then we get to attack even with the Hollow Storm Giants. So we get to hit them for 11. Ooh. If I animate this. Let's see. If I hit them for 7, and then 7's 14. I think that's game. So if I do this, let's create 3/1/1s. I believe that's game. I hit them for 7 here. And then next turn I hit them for 7/14. So that'll be 21 total. I mean, if they have a removal spell, then they're not dead, but all right, let's play this as my land drop since I probably don't need it anymore. Put that on blue, animate. We have a divide by 0 to stop something. But it's even if they kill one of the tokens as lethal, they have to try to kill Hollow Storm Giant, but I have to divide by 0 and it has ward, so they shouldn't be able to kill, or they shouldn't be able to stop me from killing them. I think, in theory, unless they could kill multiple tokens, of course. Inscription. Well, that just no life gain for you, buddy. No life gain for you, buddy. Good game. Got him. All right. That was a cool deck though. That was a very, very cool deck. So I have to play these cards. Or I have to play this deck, I should say. Um I mean, I'm gonna keep on the basis of okay, so I'm on the play. So right off the bat, I'm on the play. So that's what I'm looking for. And then 2, I have something to do turn 2 by foretelling this, and then I have this on turn 3. And of course, if I hit lands, then I have, I mean, I hope I hit lands because it looks like we're playing against a Dimir Control deck. Because if I don't hit lands, then we're just going to lose the game. Since this is useless against Dimir Control. Okay, there's a land, so that's good. So add that to hand. I guess we could put that back to the bottom. So the reason we're gonna put River Pathway back to the bottom, because if we draw it down the road later in the game, we can play it untap. Where if we take this and play it, then back into the deck, we're not gonna draw it untap. So we're gonna put this back to the library and put this as our land drop. Since it doesn't matter if we have 1 mana here, because we don't have any spell we can cast for 1 mana. So there's no reason to put this back into the deck for that reason. Because later down the road, I'm going to want to probably draw that River Pathway. So, all right. We'll get to play Memory Deluge here. Memory Deluge. They counter it. They counter it. Nothing about that. Hopefully, if they counter it, it's not a like tested talents or like an exile clause. That's technically fine because I could just play it again the following turn. So I guess we play Hall of Storm Giants here. We're gonna try the Memory Deluge again. Since we're only going to be using 4 mana, no reason to play Hall of Storm Giants. I have nothing here I want to cast for 5 mana since I want to cast this. Sure. If he counters this, then we get to play Alrund's Epiphany into possibly Alrund's Epiphany into possibly Alrund's Epiphany. If we draw, obviously, Alrund's Epiphanies. Draw multiple. I Twitch. Sure. I Twitch. Dimir Snow. Dimir Snow. All right, so Alrund's. Oh, I was looking for a land, but Alrund's Epiphany. I guess Fading Hope, because they could have Shadow's Verdict. But if they're a snow deck, they're probably not playing Shadow's Verdict, and they're just playing Blood on the Snow. They're probably just playing Blood on the Snow. So if they're just playing Blood on the Snow, I guess we'll take these. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play Alrund's Epiphany, but I don't know if that's helping me out in the current situation I'm in. Buys me a churn. Does that help me? I guess we'll play 1 and see what happens. We still have 2 in our hand. So we'll play 1. See? And there's our pathway. I mean, of course, it's not the same probably pathway. I play 4 pathways. But imagine if this was Jwari Disruption. And I didn't, let's say I didn't have this. If I would have drew this, I would have been stuck on 6 because then I couldn't play Alrund's Epiphanies. So if I swing, force him to block, he gets the effect. All right, let's see. He's going to block, obviously. He's going to go grab the effect. Oh, wow, he didn't block. He didn't block. I think we just hold up Memory Deluge. So we could do the 7 mana Deluge. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I think we're going to do that. I'm going to hold up Memory Deluge. He's only going to hit me for possibly 1. If he plays a Planeswalker, we have a Divide by 0 here. If he plays Blood on the Snow, it doesn't do anything. It attacks me for 1. I don't care. What else do you got? What's your face down? Is that a Alrund's Epiphany? Meat Hook. Meat Hook. I don't care for that. Sure. Yeah, you did get to kill my tokens and you gained some life back. Let's resolve all. I'm looking for Galvanic because I could just win with Galvanic. Teachings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that resolves too, I guess. All right, let's see if we can grab Galvanic. There it is. So we have 3, 4, 5. So we have 7. We have 8 mana. So we can't do it because I didn't foretell one of these. But I'm still grabbing, I think, these 2. Let's play land. Let's foretell this. All right, good game. Never mind. Yuki. I get to go first. I got removal, counterspells, and 4 lands. We keep removal, counterspells, and 4 lands. Play the Shadow Skull Smashing so I don't have to pay life down the road. And that way I have all my other lands coming untapped here. Yuki 3. Looks like that's a... Ooh, Expressive Iteration was a very good draw too. Oops, I don't want to keep a stop there. Hopefully they play something I could either kill or counter. Okay, it looks like we're gonna... Looks like we're gonna... Oh, this is tough. Untapped Snowland. So they're playing a snow deck, obviously. Do I want to counter this? All right, we'll counter this. It's tough to say. Tough to say. Put that on blue. So I'm going to wait on the Expressive Iteration so I can use Divide by 0. Divide this by 0. How many cards? 2, 4, 5, 6. So maybe I'll grab Teachings. And that was the reason why I was debating on Jwari there, because I could have countered this and then just Cathartic that. But there's Chariot. Let's grab Start from Scratch. Start from scratch. So Expressive Iteration. Let's grab Divide by 0 to hand. Bottom that, put that there. Play that. And then we'll place Divide by 0 on it, I guess, again. Ranger class. Sculptor, sure. Let's deal 3 damage to this one so he can't untap a snow permanent. Fading Hope's pretty solid. Gets rid of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So play that tapped. You're up, opponent. 3, 6. There's a snow. Let us divide this one by 0. Let's go grab Mascot. Let's grab Mascot. Let's go ahead and bounce this back to their hand so we can scry. Hollow Storm Giant's probably not what I'm looking for. Prismari Command destroys. What's it called? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess we play Mascot here. Create some bodies. We got start from scratch, destroy the chariot. We have Prismari Command to destroy the chariot. We have multiple ways of destroying this chariot. I guess he has a Blizzard Brawl, I assume. Cinderclasm, right after we played. Right after we played it, huh? So, destroy target artifact. Let's cast Teachings, draw some cards. Yeah, let's draw some cards. Draw 2 cards. I guess we played that. Tap. Guess I could swing here. If I want, I could swing here too. Hold the 4 toughness back. Sure. Hold the 4 toughness back in case he tries to attack me. 3, 6, 7, 8. Got a lot of lands, so hopefully I start drawing some good stuff. Some good stuff. Oh, he has Blizzard Brawl. The Blizzard Brawl. Take 2. Negate is not a Blizzard Brawl. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Block. We have 8 mana, so I don't know if I want to play this as a tap source because I could use it to possibly kill something that matters, but I also don't want to miss land drops, so I'm gonna just pass. We can animate Faceless Haven and upgrade. That's fine. We have Hollow Storm Giant to stop his attack of Troll. And if he plays something, we have Negate as a backup. So he can't attack. Safely, he can't attack. It also has Ward, so he won't be able to kill it either. You might as well just keep throwing cards out, because you're not going to be able to kill this. Interesting. Okay. So animate. I'm very surprised by this. I am very much surprised by this. I guess he can have inscription, but then I can, like I said, I have negate. If he has a second inscription, well, that sucks. Looks like he might have a second inscription. Because there's a pause there. Or it could also be Snakeskin Veil. There's Elrond's Epiphany. There's the Elrond. So we have 9 total mana. So let's foretell this. And you're up, opponent. You want to attack me again? Bring it on. Sure. Sure. Ren and 7. Crap. Alright, let's do the draw discard effect. So discard and discard Prismari command. Ugh. So then I could use it to bounce the token and then kill the Ren with the Elrond tokens at worst case scenario. So bounce that. Galvanic is a very solid card on top. That's obviously a solid card. We're definitely keeping that. Definitely keeping that. Good game, opponent. Good game, friend. Hella Smells. I think I've played against this guy before. Or girl. I think I've played against you before. Yeah. I guess I got double divide by 0. I have this. I can use this as a loop mechanic. Worst case scenario. That was a good draw. Looks like we're playing Green Snow. Ranger class. Let's do 3 damage. 3 damage. Hella Smells. We got double divide. We got I guess you could bounce that back to your hand for now. Let's grab Environmental Science. All right, you're up, opponent. You're up, my friend. Let's use a memory to draw some cards. Unless he plays something big, then we go ahead and just use then we use the counter spells. I think maybe I grab Prismari and Alrund's Epiphany because I do have my land technically in my hand. But Hall of Storm Giants is also a very good card. Against green, it's a very solid card to have. Tough. All right, I'm gonna grab Hall of Storm Giants and Outruns. So if I do this, put this on blue. Let's do Outruns Epiphany face down, and then we'll pass turn. I'm gonna take 4, possibly 5 here. That's fine. So we're gonna take 4. It looks like I'm fine with taking 4 because I could divide by 0 something problematic. If he plays that, that's fine. I could technically use Cinderclasm to do 2 damage and kill it. Even better, now I get to kill both of them. Even better. So then we could use Environmental here. Do 2 damage to everything. So I could use Environmental here. I think we're gonna do that. Grab a land just to be safe. And then still play Hall though, because we only need 3 mana for divide by 0. So that's why. 2, 4, 5, 6. El Chariot Arena, Disdain for Stroke Arena. It's like, well, if that's going to happen, then that's an easy one. Another divide by 0. We got what, 7 mana? We can play another memory here. Obviously, I might just go ahead and use memory, just so I can. You got it. So that way I can try to draw Galvanic Iteration. If he does the 3rd one, then we just bounce this. You can have that back to your hand. We'll grab Teachings. Teachings draws us some cards. Play that. Red, blue. I guess we'll hold off on 1 red, blue. Teachings. Draw some cards. More lands. All right, you're up, opponent. You're up, my friend. You got it. That resolves. Anime Faces Haven. That resolves. You may have that back to your hand. Don't need another land. Don't need another land. I guess we'll send that back to your hand as well. Grab the... How many lands do I have? I go to 9. I go to 9, huh? We'll grab Teachings. There's another Alrund's Epiphany. So reveal this. Let's play Teachings. Draw some cards. We can put this face down. I can play Expressive Iteration, but I'd rather gain more value from it, so I'm just going to pass it. I'd rather gain a little more value from it. See what we could do with it down the road. What do you got? Ooh, the spiciness. That's spiciness. So let's play Iteration first. See what we can hit. So we're going to grab that to hand. That face down. Play that. Play red. Let's cast that. This guy has trample, right? But those ones don't. Okay. There's another Auron's Epiphany. Do memory. Looking for burn down the house. Speaking of, there it is. Swing out. Play the land. Let's burn it down. It all do 5 damage. And you may go. I'm going to hold up the negate / fading hope. You got it. You got it. You got it. Pass to attackers. Bounce this guy because that's going to draw him cards. And they took the concession. Got him. Toss. Nail toss. Opponent gets to go first. Don't like that. Don't like that they get to go first. They took them all again. I have lands and spells, so we gotta keep. I have a Dwardy. I have a island. I mean, I got 3 lands. I got Divide. I got Memory. What the? I'm gonna play Dwardy because I need my lands. I'm gonna play Dwardy because I need lands. If I was on the play, oh, they're playing Snow. Okay. If I had my, well, that's unfortunate. I gotta play this because otherwise I don't get to play this next turn. So unfortunately, I have to play that. Let's see what else you got. Oh, they got nothing else. Nice. Nice. Put this on red. Yeah, put this on red. We got blue with the Hollow Storm Giants. I need double red just in case for burn down the house. I guess they have I'm assuming Deadly Dispute maybe in their hand. Because there was a pause there at my end step. They could also just have a removal spell, I guess. They could just have a removal spell. There's the Deadly Dispute. There it is, as I called it. I could counter this, but then he can sack the treasure. So it does the same thing. It does the exact same thing. Let's bounce that. I guess I'll grab Environmental Science. Hopefully I draw an untapped land so I don't have to use Environmental Science. But worst case scenario, I do use it and hold up Divide by 0. So there's a Galvanic. I can use Galvanic with Environmental, but nah. So let's play this. Go grab a blue source. Play the blue land. We'll hold up Divide by 0 here. And then the following turn, we'll use Expressive Iteration. So divide that by 0 again. And get that back to your hand, my friend. We'll grab Environmental. Worst case scenario. The worst case scenario effect. Okay, there's the land. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go to 6. So we're going to 6 mana, right? So if I do this, put this face down, I can also hold up memory. If he plays the Spider Queen, I'm going to let that resolve because I have burned down the house. I have double Galvanic. Sure. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mana. Let's draw some cards. I have a burn down the house. 2, 4, 5, 6. I need technically 8 mana. I do have Expressive Iteration and Environmental. So I think we grab think we just grab land and burn down the house. I have environmental. So let's see. If I play this, I'm gonna have to discard to hand size if I do that. So environmental, grab a red source. Grab the red. I already have enough blue, so I'm gonna grab red here, and then I'm gonna use burn down the house and kill everything. They might have another deadly dispute, but they're gonna have to pay one of their treasures. And then this all resolves. If they use sacrifice to destroy that, that is bad. Wow. What? Why? They gave up 2 of their treasures to kill that? That was not good on my opponent's side. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, skeleton swarming. We can outrace skeleton swarming easily. We have 8 mana. Let's take some turns. I don't know about that. Not sure about that. I guess let's do this. Let's create some dudes. Play expressive iteration. See what we can hit. So goes to hand. Goes to the bottom. Plays the land drop. Play it. Attack. Yep. Take 6. Grab your lesson learned card. Shadow Skull Smashing. We got, what, 9 mana? So we can play this and hold up memory up. So we'll grab Negate to hand, obviously, since there's still a snow deck. The bad part is I'm not being able to play my Hall of Storm Giants, though. That's the only bad part here. And then their creatures all have to attack, right? This forces their creatures to attack. Yeah, it attacks each combat. So he's down at 8. Meat Hook. Yep, that's probably an easy negate. That's probably an easy negate. Let's hope he doesn't have another one. Okay, that's fine. That is fine, my friend. I didn't get to play the memory here, but eh. So they go to 10. They attack me for 1. And then they create another one, or right? Because no creatures died, so they get to create another one. Yep. And then let's go ahead and draw and discard. So discard. Maybe I just discard the Hall of Storm Giants. Fading Hopes. I guess I could discard one of the Cathartics or the iterations now. Wow, we drew nothing, huh? All right. Sure. Draw. Drew a bunch of nothing. Combat. Take 6? They're taking 6. All right. You're taking 6, my friend. You're down to 5. They got to remember, I don't have the deck uploaded on, what's it called yet? I can send you the link in a moment, but I don't have it uploaded to Stream Decker yet. 2, 4, 5. I guess we take 5. Take 5. We're gonna play memory here. They might have a board wipe effect. Then they take 3 because of the 3 devil tokens. I've been playing Churn's best of 1, so I'm interested to see your take. I see. Yep, I could show you the deck also afterwards real quick if you want to take like a screenshot also. Let us do some divide by 0 and expressive, I guess. And then we're going to Fading Hope this so they don't gain life. And then, game. Good game, friend. Good game. Breda. I get to go first. I don't like this in my hand for going first, but I do like everything else. So I'm going to keep. I can use this to discard Disdainful Stroke, I guess. I really like this card in this deck because it helps you loot through your deck easily. Like cards like this, where in the beginning of the game are really bad. I went on a very bad run, 1-3 run with it. Ooh, what'd you lose that you went on a 1-3 run? Do you remember what decks you played against? All right, opponent, what do you got? Come on. Are you there? You're not there. Breda. Put this on blue, obviously. Put that on red. Hold that up. We're playing against Snow White. So that's a dead card. Ay. That's not what we definitely don't want that against White on turn 2. We definitely don't want that. And then I also now want this to use as a removal spell. Ay. Attack for 2. You got it. They always have Luminarch Aspirate, man. Lost to Grixis Turns game 1. Mirror game 2. Zombie aggro ran me over game 3. I won against NBC game 4. Ran me over. I guess I have to kill this, right? I need lands though. Take 3 and possibly miss a land drop. If I had a third land in my hand, I would just definitely use this to kill this. Missing a land drop. Alright, I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna take the risk and hope for the land off the top. I mean, technically I hit, but it's a tap source. But I technically hit. Elite Spellbinder. There goes, I'm assuming, Divide by 0. Because the other 2 we can't play. So that kind of sucks. I needed Jordy. I needed that as my land. I didn't want to play it, but I needed it as my land, so. Very unfortunate. We don't have double red. We don't have Burn Down the House. This Finisher Stroke is useless against them, so they're not going to take that. I guess they're maybe worried about... I guess they're worried that I top deck a land? That'd be funny if I did top deck... Oh, man, I did top deck a land. That's hilarious. Man, my opponent next leveled me. Good job, opponent. Good job. I guess divide this by 0 because we don't want to add that back to their hand. Divide this by 0. Let them recast it. We play Environmental Science. Gain some life back. What could they play that costs 4 mana is what I'm trying to think. So divide this by 0. Grab Environmental. I was running 4 divide by 0s and 3 Duarte, 2 memories, expecting mostly aggro matchups. That's kind of very similar to what I'm running though too. I'm running 4 divides. I'm running there goes Burn Down the House. There goes Burn Down the House. I'm running 3 memories though. I think memory is a very, very good card to be running, so I'm running 3 of those. I wasn't expecting to have another elite, but guess they did, huh? And we drew an Alrund's Epiphany. All right, boys and girls, this game looks like it may be a loss. It's not over, but it looks like it may be a loss. We do have 2 Alrund's Epiphanies face down. But they are going to hit me for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're going to hit me for 11. So I literally got to draw land after land. If I draw 2 lands in a row, I win the game. Untap lands. I got to make that clear. Okay, so we lost. That was not an untap land. So put that to hand. Great. Man, I was so close. I was so close. Yep. You got it, opponent. Good job. Good job, Bretta. Good going, my opponent. Good game. All right, well, 6 wins off it. It's pretty good. If we would have drew an untapped land, we could have won that last one. Easily could have won that last one if we drew an untapped land. No other counters. Let's see what we get out of our... We get 60 gems. All right, 60 gems.
All right, let's go play. Let's go play. Let's go play. I get to go first. Yeah, we can keep this. We have removal slash draw slash generate mana. We got 4 lands. We have a board wipe. Yeah, it's playable. It's more than playable. I'll keep it. Of course, we also don't know what deck we're playing against, so you can't really mulligan a hand that has action, draw power. Well, probably Izzet Turns, I guess. Blue-black control. I guess I'll discard these 2. Yeah. Ooh, memory. I'm gonna play the command here so I can use the draw discard effect possibly in case I need it. But I'm not 100% sure I want to use it quite yet. So, because I didn't want to discard 2 cards. I didn't want to discard... Oh, we're playing against Grixis Control. El Grixis Train. Smoldering Egg. I guess if we're gonna do it, we should do it now, so that way he doesn't put counters on it. So divide by 0, and I guess Jordy Disruption. Grixis Train. Alright, we're gonna play the land, so that way we can hold up Divide by 0 and Jordy Disruption here. Hold up Jordy and in case if it comes to that point, you know? They missed their land drop. That's good for me. Once again, holding up Divide slash Jordy. Grixis Train. There you go. There's your 5th mana. There's no reason to play anything. We don't need anything right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could shock this and try to go for a memory end step. If he counters it, he counters it. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. If he counters it, they counter it. There's one less counter spell we have to worry about. We already got the first half of it, so we already got a little bit of value from it. There it is. And then he grabs environmental science. That way they guarantee their land drops. All right, you may go, opponent. We have a divide by zeros. Eventually we'll draw Aaron's Epiphany, hopefully. Wow, it doesn't even want to play environmental science. Rather miss a land drop? And rather miss a land drop and discard. Interesting. That's very odd. Memory Delu. Memories. I guess they want to flip it that way. So I could play Galvanic here and then copy it. So 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3. I could bounce. So let's do, and then, so target this and target this. Let's grab environmental science so we can hit our land, and let's grab teachings. Resolves. Now their egg doesn't transform. And they have a big hand, so we're going to probably use teachings to draw some cards. You got it. Run the egg down.
Now they're gonna play environmental, right? 2, 4, 5, 6. Still no environmental. They still would rather discard than hit their land drop. I am not sure that is the right thing to be doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Honestly, I rather just play my land drop than to discard to hand size though. So that's kind of weird. I'm not sure what they're doing. So I could play a Hall Storm Giant, and that way I could hold up Divide by Zeros. If I play Land Teachings, so 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we'll just do that. Next turn we'll play Land. That way we can hold up double Divide by Zero. I'd rather hold up double Divide, just in case. I guess if they, yeah, I don't know. They also probably want more blue mana. Really don't know what they're really thinking on here. My turn. Reveal. 1, 2, 3. Play teachings. Let's see if they want to let me draw. They let me draw. I'm looking for, obviously, Alrund's Epiphany, but yep. Yups. Alrund's Epiphany. Also, Tested Talents would be pretty fun right here. But, you know, we got a couple of cards. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are they going to discard to hand size again? Is a question. Are you gonna discard to hand size? Well, so far they're still discarding to hand size. Because that just replaces the card for another land. I think I'm going to use Prismari command to draw discard. I could get rid of these two cards. I could also get rid of the land instead of the burn down the house. So let's do that. Get deeper and deeper into getting more and more mana. There's an Alrund's Epiphany. Well, we could discard these two then. We can discard those. All right. How much mana do I have? 11, 12. I have access to 13 mana. Power word kill. I have access to 13 mana. So play this. 13 mana, huh? So 3, 10, 10, 13. They can have possibly maybe 2 counter spells here. 13. I could also put this face down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could also wait a turn. We'll have access to 14, so that's 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. That'll give me access to 2 counter spells. Goldspan. Do we care for Goldspan? Because we could just burn down the house, but he gets access to 2 extra mana. So let's divide that by 0. Let's diggity divide. Ooh. So that's flipping, right? That is flipping. And they took Test of Talents. So Test of Talents or Test of Talents. Let's see what they have in their hand. Goldspan, Goldspan. Okay, so their hand's pretty interesting. Test of Talents. Let's see what they got. Outruns. Any more counter spells? All right, good game, opponent. Campy! Campy! Opponent gets to go first. Well, we have removal. We have draw power. Removal, draw power, and some lands. I guess we gots to keep. Gots to keep.
So I could play this turn 0. It looks like we're playing against an Izzet deck, because usually that's the only deck that has Shadow Skull Smashing that I know of. Let's see. I am correct. I am correct. Reveal this face down. Go ahead. Next turn, we play Expressive Iteration, gain some value, hopefully. Gain the value train. If not, we have a land. Worst case scenario. Let's see if they want to counter this. All right. So I'm going to take this to hand. That face down. That is my land drop. Play that. Could have also taken that, but I want this as a counter spell. That's why I took the Jordy to hand. Because counter spells do matter against this matchup. Even though it's a weaker counter spell, I mean, they're eventually going to tap out. So, expressive iteration of their own. Let's see who wins this battle. Ooh, they didn't hit blue source, but unfortunately for me, that doesn't matter because I don't got anything to play. I got nothing to play. So they didn't hit a blue source. They probably have one in their hand, I bet, though. So we're going to use this to discard and discard. Oh, they still only have one blue. So discard up to 2 cards, because that's not going to do... I mean, yes, it's good against Alrund's Epiphany because it destroys all the tokens, but I don't think I need it. So discard, discard, draw 2 cards, get deeper into the hole. We're getting closer and closer to Alrund's Epiphany. We got some Jordys, some pseudo counters. Pseudo counter spells. We got a bunch of lands. At the moment, I should say. We got a bunch of lands. What could they play at instant speed? Oh, they have Unexpected Windfall. Unexpected Windfall, possibly, right? Jeez, they're like not hitting any blue sources. So, is it? Ugh, we're drawing a lot of lands, though. We are drawing a bunch of lands. I mean, that's good, but I need some draw power to go with these lands. Otherwise, I'm just going to be doing nothing. Spiked. Yep. All right, that helps me dig more. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So since he only has one blue, we're gonna go for it. Maybe. The problem would be if their one blue is tested talents, then that is bad. Because if their one blue is tested talents, we lose all the galvanic iterations. So that's the problem. All right, we're gonna use Cathartic Priory here to discard Fading Hope and a Jordy Disruption. Draw some cards. There you go. There's your blue mana. Now they got more blue. So we gotta try to draw into some tested talents. Discard some Fading Hopes. Yep. I'm gonna be doing somewhat the similar aspect. Opponent. Oh my gosh, they still don't have. Yikes. 2, 4, 5 cards in their hand. 5 cards. So let's draw, discard. Discard, discard. Oh no. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go up to 9 mana. Go up to 9 possible mana. So we'll discard those. There's tested talents. There's Jordy. So we have 8 mana. This would be 9. 9 mana. I need 10. 2, 6. Wait. 2, 6. So that's 8. I need 11 mana. I need 11 mana to do what I want to do. Never mind. Oh, they got their blue. They hit their blue. So we're going to 10 mana. 2. 10 mana. 11 mana. 11 mana. Yep, this is a riveting game, people. Riveting game. I was like, you're gonna sacrifice your treasure. You're gonna sack the El Treasure. So we're gonna do it next turn because we have access to 2 counter spells. So we're gonna try it and see what happens. They do have 3 blue, unfortunately, which is kind of lame, but better for them to have 3 blue than 4 blue. So we're gonna go for it. And I'm just drawing a bunch of lands anyways, so do I have enough blue? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have enough blue. Got enough blue. Let's see what happens. Runs Epiphany. So blue, blue, red, 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 red. 4, 5, 6. Oh no, did I do this wrong? 2, 8. Oh, I messed up. I don't have enough mana to do crap. I thought I had enough mana to do both of them, but I don't. Alright, well, they let me do that. I guess they have Cinderclasm, I'm assuming. Cinderclasm. I can animate. I use up 6, 7 mana total. So that gives me 4. That would give me 5. So blue, 1, 2, 3. So 4, 5, 6. Animate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Combat. What you got? You got rid of 2 Fading Hopes, opponent. Cinderclasm. Memory Deluge. Memory Deluge. Sure. Because we're going to attack you for lethal. That's 11, 11 twice. We have 2 counter spells. You have... Alright, good game, opponent. Good game. Andreas. Let's play with your Ren avatar. I get to go first. I got lands, I got spells, I got draw, got removal. Gots to keep. So turn 1, play this. Turn 2 for that. I would have loved to, oh, good thing, I guess. Play this on red. Pass up to my opponent. See what they play, though. Monk. That's fine. Monk. Let's see where they put the counter, though. If they put it on the monk, we kill it. If they put it on that, we can kill that, I guess. Anyways, let's just do 3 damage to it. We use Prismari Command to kill this. So we're going to use deal 2 damage, create a treasure. Oh. Alright. I guess we gotta do it here then. Deal 2 damage, create a treasure. Because I don't want Luminarch Aspirant to do any stuff. I could always Fading Hope the monk back to their hand, forcing them to redo all their stuff. See if we could draw a land. We drew a land, but it's a tap source. I would have not... I didn't want to pay this for my dilute memory, but, you know. If it's what you gotta do, it's what you gotta do. I could use Galvanic and bounce the 2. Maybe I should do that though at end step and take the damage. That's a little tough. That is a little tough. I could take 2. All right, let's let that resolve. I could take 2, 3, 4 damage here and play memory, or I could play galvanic, bouncing this and this back to their hand. I get to scry 2. That's also pretty nifty. I think I'm gonna take the damage. Sure. Because if I also hit land, what's it called? Land burn down the house would be nice. So, because we need the land because we're going to sacrifice this right now. So, Cinderclasm does the trick. So, land Cinderclasm. That was actually pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. I hope they animate Faceless Haven. Please animate Faceless Haven. Whenever you or another permanent controller can target a spell. So, deal 2 damage to everything. You may have that. That stops my outrun tokens, I get it. But I have a lot of ways to get rid of that off the board. Plenty of ways to get rid of that. I wish that would have been an untapped land. I could have foretold this, but don't want to. Sure. Animate Faceless Haven. We're taking 4 because we want to play memory. And I can't play Fading Hope because of this, because it requires me to pay a mana. Burn down the house, divide, Prismari command. I think I take Prismari command and the land here. Draw. So do that. I can destroy this and do 2 damage. Oops. So 1, 2, put that face down. You're up, opponent. I could destroy that, create a treasure. There's a lot of things I could do here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We go up to 8 mana next turn. Go up to 8 mana next turn. So we'll take 4, 5, 6. That's fine. I'll take 6. All right. Let's create a treasure, destroy artifact. Get that out of here. Get that out of here, my friend. Alrun's Epiphany. Let's take some turns. Take turn arenas. Memory. Let's go ahead and play this one. Costs more mana. We take Alrun's Epiphany and I guess Hall of Storm Giants because we haven't played our land yet. So play the land. This should be game, especially since we have the Hall of Storm Giants now. Okay, play that, and then go Alrun's Epiphany again. Good game, opponent. It was close. You brought me to 3. You brought me to 3. All right. Play that. Animate that. Good game, friend. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. I'm not going to try. We have removal, we have bounce spells, we have kill spells, we have lands. We gotta keep this hand. Let's see what we're playing up against though. Ooh, red black. Maybe Rakdos Dragons, maybe? Rakdorinos, Dragoninos. It is a dragons. It is dragons. Alright, this is going to be a little difficult. Possibly. We have Fading Hope, so if he plays something big, we have Fading Hope to get rid of it. And then we have a Divide by 0 the following turn. So he has one, two, three, access to possible 4 mana. What is this? At the beginning of post-combat main phase, look at the top X cards. Are we playing against a vampire deck? So we're gonna Fading Hope that guy and just take 2. Hall Storm Giant. I already have 4 lands. Probably don't need that. Probably don't need that. We'll take 2. We'll take 2 Arena. Oh, it's Grixis. It is Grixis vampires, maybe. Interesting deck, opponent. Quite interesting. So I'll take 2 again. They're gonna play this card. Look at the top. No, yeah, they'll probably play that card. Interesting. I could do. I can do the effect. So let's do this. Do I want to kill anyone? No, because this is legendary. So I think we just draw create treasures. Do they have a counter spell? Draw discard. So I think I'm gonna discard that. I don't want to get rid of expressive iteration, but I think we get rid of expressive iteration since we have 2 memories. So I already got rid of a land. I can't get rid of another land, unfortunately. That gives me the double red there. So put this on blue since most of my hand is blue. We're at 15. You have an instant speed effect? Oh, Deadly Dispute. I see. That's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine. Not fine, but it's fine. I wonder what the blue is for, though. Is it because of counter spells? I wonder if that's the reason. They have access to 5, 6, 7 mana. 7 mana Reno. Maybe they're playing Outrun's Epiphanies. Let's see if this works. Divide this by 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in your hand. I guess we grab Environmental Science. I guess. I'm wondering, I'm still curious what the blue is for. So there's Burn Down the House. That gives me a way to kill the Goldspan Dragon. Oh, so he needs the red from the treasure to cast Goldspan Dragon. I see. Without it, he can't because he only has a single red. Ah. I see, opponent. So, do we let the Goldspan resolve here? Or do we Fading Hope it? He gets to create the treasure regardless. And then I play Burn Down the House the following turn, I guess. Yeah, I guess we let it resolve. We take 5, 6 here. And then we play Memory into Burn Down the House, I guess. I hope they play another creature out. Please play another creature out. Thank you. So let's go ahead and grab some stuff. So we gotta grab Outrun land here. Draw. So play, I guess put this on red. Let's destroy the board. Let's destroy the board. We got Fading Hope. He doesn't have double red now, so he can't cast another Goldspan Dragon. Now, yep, that's fine. Now he can cast another Goldspan next turn. Predator, though, sure. We just bounce that. You can have that one back to your hand, opponent. You may have that back to your hand. Divide by 0. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we have 6. We could go up to 7 mana. 2, 4, 7. That works. Gain some life back as well. Grab the blue source. Play that. Use these to put that face down and hold up divide by 0. The divide, we're at 10. Hold up the divide by 0, worst case scenario. All right, divide that by 0. What do we got? I guess we'll grab a teachings here. We could grab a mascot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We go up to 8. I twitch. I twitch. All right, so they got 3 cards in their hand. So if I do this, 3, play teachings, draw 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So put this face down and hold up divide by 0. We'll take 2. Take 2 Rini. Ooh, he's gonna use Deadly Dispute maybe. He highlighted I Twitch. Man, I'm really looking for the copy spell so badly. Bounce that back to your hand again. We can hit the copy spell. Because we have 2 Outrun's Epiphanies. Just looking for the copy spell. There's Deadly Dispute. Yep. Knew it. Knew they had it. Knew it. We got 8, 9. We have 9 mana at the moment. I may use Teachings and 1 Outrun's Epiphany. Because we're going to draw 2 cards off Teachings. They got Mascot. 2, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there it is. There it is. So play that as my land drop. Let's copy Outrun's Epiphany. And then we have another Outrun's Epiphany face down, so we just won the game. Good game, my friend. And then just copy this again. Yep, good game. Sheeg and his red avatar. This is an interesting hand, but I'm gonna risk it. This might be too risky actually to keep. But if they're playing a control deck, it could be fine. We'll see. I mean, I'm still looking for that blue mana though. I mean that red mana. That way I can start using some of these cards, but if I don't draw the red mana, we could be in trouble. We could be in trouble if we don't draw red. Oh, it's getting closer and closer to being in trouble. Especially since we're going to miss a land drop at the looks. Oh, yes. Alright, let's put this face down. They missed their land drop, which is very nifty for me. We're going to use the command to draw this card. Wow. Alright. Weiser or Weiser? Weiser. If I had a red source in my hand, I would probably instantly keep this hand. But since I don't, I'm on the draw. If I draw red source, this is a very keepable hand. Alright, we'll risk it. Because then I have removal, then I have a counter spell. Then I have draw. I need a red off the top though. Are we playing against landfall or are we playing against life gain? Landfall or life gain? Because those are the only two decks that play or playing against Magecraft. Playing against El Magecraft. Alright. Well, Fading Hope was a decent card to draw. And especially since, sure. Alright, you could take that back. You could take that back. No, you may not have that one opponent. What does it do? It target creature gains trample and draws a card. Wow, this person has a million faceless havens. Jeez Louise. All the faceless havens. Alright, we're gonna divide this by 0. That way I could get tested environmental science. So environmental. That way I can hit guarantee my land drop. I'm sorry, opponent. You have one colored mana. If I could draw an untapped source, then we just don't even play environmental science. We just play memory. Oh, there we go. So we just hold up memory now instead. We go hold that up. Once we hit the next red after that, there you go. You got it. You got it. All right, what do you got? Take 4. Or I think we take 4. I could kill it, but I think we take 4. I'd rather play memory here and use up more of my mana than to use only. So if I would only use 2 mana there. So I need a land. Taking that. Divide by 0 or memory. I think we take land and memory. There's Outrun's Epiphany. So put that on red. Now I could technically do Galvanic into Cathartic. So if that's something we want to do, I could do that. Headstead. What does this do again? 1/1 counter creature gains vigilance. Okay. So we're taking 3. We're taking 3. Sure. That's fine. Charge through. Charge through. So it draws him a card. And it gains another 2/2, so we would take 5. I could prevent them from drawing a card with Test of Talents and see what they're playing. But is it worth it? Because then I don't get to use all my mana. I could also do... Alright, I'm gonna let them draw a card. We're gonna take 5. That's fine. We're gonna use memory here instead. So let's draw some cards. So divide by 0. And obviously a land. Divide and land. There's another Test of Talents though. So 1/2, 1/2. So 1, 2, pop that face down. That way we also... Oh, we still have the discard actually to hand size. 3, 6... No, we don't. 7. I have 7. Why is it still giving me that thing? Interesting. That's kind of odd that it's still giving me that thing. Is he going to animate Face's Haven? It looks like he is. Sure. Sure thing, buddy old pal. Alright. So... How many protection spells do you think they have? Well, let's find out. So, let's find out. Deal 3 damage, copy, deal 3 damage. See how many spells they can cast to prevent this from happening. We have an Alrund's Epiphany next turn to kind of pseudo use as blockers. Snakeskin Veil. Alright. They should have let me target the second one, but I guess we could just put both of them on here. Oh, we're dead, aren't we? If he has another spell? I think we're dead. Holy moly, we're dead. No, we're not dead. It kills this. So we're taking 5. Oh, that was close. That was close. Oh no, my game crashed. No, back on. There we go. There's Arena. What's going on? All right, we found. Hopefully, this means we're back in the game. Hopefully, this means we're back. All right, we are back. So play this, take an extra turn, prevent us from dying. Prismari command. So I could play Environmental Science. Actually, how much mana do I have? 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 mana, so I think I just pass. If he wants to animate his Faceless Haven, we have. It's funny, it's not even registering my land. If he wants to animate Faceless Haven, I have Hall of Storm Giants also. Yep. Read that card. We also have Prismari command to possibly kill off Faceless Haven here. 3. Animate Faceless Haven. Sure. What do you got? Blizzard Brawl. So I guess let's look at their hand and see what they're rocking in their hand. Let's see what they got. What do you have in your hand? You have another Blizzard Brawl. Another Blizzard Brawl, Blizzard Brawl. All right, we'll take all those. You get to draw a card. We could double block, play Prismari command, and do 2 damage. So pass to blockers. I should have probably done it first, but that's fine. So deal 2 damage, create a treasure. I should have done the Prismari command before blockers in case he had something, so that way we know it hits the creature for 2 damage or not. Alright, so we got rid of 1 Faceless Haven down. Sure. Divide that by 0. Yeah, let's divide that by 0. Get that off the play. Go grab Mascot. Create some blockers. So put this on blue. Let's play Mascot. Create some blockers. It's another way to stop this Faceless Haven train. Faceless Haven train. Now we're just looking for some removal, some Alrund's Epiphanies. So blue, let's go gain some life as well. Grab a red source. Grab red. Play the red. And you're up, opponent. No attacks. No attacks. We have 2 memories here. We have Tested Talents in case he plays a spell. We have 3 blockers. So we could do some stuff. He's going to draw a card, obviously. That's perfectly fine. He doesn't... Oh, actually, he does. It costs 4 mana. Yeah, he can do that. That's fine. Attacks with everything. Okay, never mind. Resolves. Draw a card. So chump block Faceless Haven with the 3/2. Send the 4/4 to pack leader. Force them to use the effect. So block, block. Kill both of the creatures. We get trampled for 1. Yep. Yep. You're tapped out. You lose another Faceless Haven, though. And then we play Memory. Let's grab Cathartic. Double Cathartic seems pretty decent. We could destroy Faceless Haven with it. So play the land. Actually, let's do this first. Let's just kill this now while we have a chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to play this as my land drop. No attacks. And you're up, opponent. The longer this game goes, the better my deck gets. They're definitely an aggro deck, so sure. Sure. Especially with Galvanic, we're going to eventually draw some, sure. Yeah, we're going to let that resolve, because we're going to try to go for a burn down the house. Go for a burn the house down. Worst case scenario, we can also copy the spell, but burn down the house probably. Oh, there's an Outrun's Epiphany and a burn down the house. Outrun's Epiphany and the house is burning down. So just kill his board. Since he has flyers there, we don't need to do anything else. And then the following turn, we just play the Outrun's Epiphanies. 1, see, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Put that face down. You're up, opponent. We can play Cathartic and test the talents against his Faceless Haven. Resolves. Deal 3 damage. No more creatures for you. No more creatures for you. Get this out of here. Good game, opponent. Can't even use that. All right. Crazy Ostrich. Ostrich or Ostrich? Oh, I guess I kind of have something against both decks. I guess we keep against control. We have tested talents. Against red deck or aggro decks, we have Cinderclasm. Guys, I got to keep. Another land is probably a no bueno. Unless he casts Luminarch Aspirant, then it's okay what we have currently. Luminarch Aspirant, Professor Symbology. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna take 1. There's no reason to play Cinderclasm here, because I could possibly take like a. Let's say they cast what is it? The Elite Spellbinder guy. We could possibly take that from their hand. So, but we definitely have to play the red source. So we could do the kick version of it. Wow, he's going into combat straight up. I guess we'll do 1 damage to everything. Guess we'll kill your board off. I don't want to take another 3 there, and I feel like, yeah, they're going to play Environmental Science regardless. So we'll just go ahead and kill their creatures. Divine by 0. We got Fading Hope. We got Divine. We got Memory. Looking okay at the moment. There's the card that we wanted to hit. That's the one we wanted to kill. So we're going to let the counter go on it, obviously, because we're going to play Memory. We're going to use up more of the mana than less of the mana. I'm definitely going to probably grab Prismari. I have a land, so I don't need the land. I'm debating on Prismari Expressive. That might be the best bet, I think. Divide by 0 is obviously good, but... So the odds of us hitting a land are probably pretty slim. So put this on blue. I think I'm going to use this now while I have a chance to. So deal 2 damage, create a treasure. I could kill it now, possibly at the moment. Oh, they have a protection spell? What the heck? I guess we get to use test talents then. So use that. So they have Adeline. So that's their hand, right? We're not going to take any of those copies out of their deck. We're going to let them have it. So that way they could draw into dead cards. I just want to see what cards they have. They have 2 Redains. They have the takedown spell, so they have okay. Opponent's hand, opponent's graveyard. We can take the one from the graveyard, I guess. I'm not gonna take the one out of their deck. Let them have it. I have Fading Hope and Divide by Zero for what they have on board. He can just animate Faceless Haven, attack me, go down to 15. I'm perfectly fine with that. Perfectly fine with that. We can go ahead and bounce that guy with the 1, 2. So let's try see if we hit a land, because then either way we get to you. Ooh, nice. So I'll take that to hand. Put that face down. Take that. Do that. So now we have Divide by Zero and Fate and Hope against Faceless Haven. So pretty solid. 3, 6. Animate Faceless Haven. So he did not animate Faceless Haven. So let's send that back to your hand for now. Grab a Mascot, probably. Create some blockers against them. Obviously, they can take one of my tokens with this guy, but that's fine. I get to still create 2 other blockers. And then once they set up their board the way they do, then I play Burn Down the House to kill them all. Sure. You got it, buddy old pal. If you throw another card out, that's fine. Alright, draw. Another Fading Hope is pretty solid. So I could burn down the house here. I think we're going to burn the house down. Let's deal 5 damage to everything. Let's take less damage. We have 2 Fading Hopes as well in our hand. Eventually, we're going to be able to just hold their board away. Oh, that's lame. My memory's gone. Well, that's lame. That was a really good draw for them, actually. That was a really good draw. Gotta say. Send that back. Send it back. I guess we'll take that. That's very unfortunate. I lost my memory. I lost my memory. Do you want to attack? They can technically use the ward ability. Or counter the ward ability, I should say. That resolves. So we're basically trading here. Because I can do this, then they can take it with this guy. So we're basically just trading. But I can also divide by 0 it. So I could divide it by 0, and then they can't do it again. So send that back. Because they can't cast it and do it because it's gonna it has the ward ability. What do I want though? I guess we'll grab that. I don't really know what I take. Ooh, Elrond's Epiphany. The Elrond's Epiphany. I guess let's just play Mascot, huh? Because then we have Elrond's Epiphany. But at the same time, could also just pass and just hold up Hall of Storm Giants permanently. We just hold up Storm Giant permanently. If he animates Faceless Haven, then he can't do it. Wonder if it works the way it does. That's fine. That is fine. There's another Faceless Haven. Alright. You can animate the other one to attack and get wrecked. Symbology. Are they gonna grab Academic Probation? So that way they can prevent me from playing, say, like Elrond's Epiphany or something. No. Scry 2, then draw. That works. You got it. Replacement card. with Ward 3. Ward. Whenever a permanent with Ward becomes a target of a spell or ability, opponent counters unless they pay. Yep. So they can't unless they counter. Okay. So he played this, so let's go ahead and throw this out now. Since he played that, now he can't take any of my tokens. There's no reason not to do that, and we still have Fading Hope, so it can block a bunch of his... Ooh. So this is going to be a combat trick, huh? So combat trick, we're going to use Cathartic. So this is a 3-2, this is a 2-2. So pass to blockers. We'll send here, and send this back. I'll take that. I'll take that. Good game, opponent. Good game, my friend. We took it on the 7-1. 7-1, baby. 6 wins and a 7 win. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Let's see what we get for our rewards. There we go. Pretty easy. This deck is very solid, both in standard rank and in I mean, obviously here too. So gems. I keep getting gems. All right, we'll take it, I guess. All right, let's go into the deck real quick. So here's the deck. I changed some stuff around a little bit to make it a little bit better for the best of one matchup, so that way it has a little more against aggro package stuff. Like I'm main decking 2 Cinderclasms here for the white decks. I'm running 2 Prismari commands also against the white decks and other green decks. It can kill Chariot. It can kill, you know, if the white decks play the what is it, Redain on the artifact side, that's brutal because they take 1 less damage, so all the Auron tokens and the burn down the house tokens do nothing. So we need something to destroy it. Of course we have divide by 0 to bounce it, but there's another way to destroy it. 2 Test of Talents in the main deck, 2 against the mirror match stuff, you know, 4 Fading Hopes. But yeah, it's a very solid deck. I also got started from scratch, so that way in case they do some shenanigans, stuff like that. I don't prefer the 4 Expressive Iterations. I know it's a solid card, but I don't like the 4 Expressive Iterations. I like it at 3 here personally. It's a preference choice. Same with, I know a lot of people are running like 3 or 4 copies of this. I think at 2 you're good enough. If you're running, you know, 3 to 4 copies, I would expect you to be running Unexpected Windfall. But yeah, it's a very solid deck. We're pretty much crushing the so I used this deck, a little slightly different version of this deck to make Mythic this season. We're at 998 at the moment. So I used that deck to get Mythic within like the first 3 days of the reset, and then I altered it a little bit for the standard event because I figured there might be more aggro there, so I changed it up a little bit. But yeah, very solid deck. Let me know what you guys think. Check the description of the video. It has a portable deck list. Check out the description as well because it has my social media stuff like Twitter, Twitch. You can see me streaming if that's something you're interested in. Follow me on Twitch. I have a Twitter. I post deck lists. I post stuff, all that stuff on Twitter. Follow me there. As well as Discord. I do have a Discord. It is brand new, but it is very nice because it's about like 30 people in there at the moment and very helpful. You know, you can ask for any advice, deck advice, sideboard guide advice, you know, and it ranges. There's new players there, so they have budget decks, and then there's, you know, more high competitive players like me who will build, you know, the top end decks with every card possible, whatever. So it's a very wide range of what you're looking for. So feel free to join the Discord if that's something you want to do. The link is in the description, so please join that. But thanks for watching. This deck did pretty solid, and I'll see you guys on the next gold farming video. Thanks for watching.